But the Prime Minister reacted with insults and a vague threat. Yes, Labor won, but all its disasters remain.
And we will continue to do that.
I'll give you an example today, and a disturbing reaction from the Prime Minister that China would be applauding.
To your health, to the friendship between China and Australia. Cheers.
Piss off, you grotty little wanker!
Cheers.
Our Defence Force has been stripped to the bone under this government, at the very time that this same government says,
"We've got your back."
The world has never been this dangerous since World War II. Well, the Australian Institute of Strategic Policy issued a report pointing out exactly that. Spending on our military was too low.
What could go wrong?
We lack the right weapons. We aren't recruiting enough soldiers. So for the next few years, it says, we're left with a paper Australian Defence Force that lacks the readiness and size to meet near-term threats. I mean, that is scary. But the Prime Minister reacted with insults and a vague threat.
I like fighting. Well, that's what they do, isn't it, Aspie? I mean, seriously, they need to, I think, have a look at themselves as well and the way that they conduct themselves in debates. We've had a defence strategic review. We've got considerable additional investment going into defence, $10 billion.
Well, that's a threat because the government has actually endorsed a report recommending that this institute, this very institute, be stripped of the government money it gets for offering its independent strategic advice. And the Chinese dictatorship loves that because it's been furious that Aspie, this institute, identifies China as a threat. China's government-controlled media has called Aspie anti-Chinese, says it's just a tool of China hawks, and that it's taking money to defame China and should go bankrupt. So when the Albanese government indeed signalled that it supported stripping Aspie of funds, it was accused by the coalition of targeting Aspie for criticising China. And now Albanese is attacking it again for saying we're weak if China does go to war.
Cheers.
You heard the Prime Minister's attack on your institute. What's your response?
It's stuffed loser.
Of course that is what I would do. That's who I am.
My response is that the whole reason for Aspie's existence is to provide contestability and alternative defence advice to government. That was why we were set up in 2001. That is what we have done ever since. We have provided that contestability and that frank and fearless alternative defence advice to government, and we've shaped the public debate on defence and strategic policy as well. And that's what we're going to do. Our job is not to essentially provide the advice or the analysis that the government necessarily wants to hear. Is to provide the advice that is based on the facts. And when you look at the Cost of Defence report, which was released by my colleagues today, that report was based on facts provided by the Labor Party government in terms of the portfolio budget statement that came out with the federal budget and in terms of our analysis of government defence policy. So I respectfully disagree with the Prime Minister. Aspie is going to continue to do its job to provide that contestability, which is an essential function of policy analysis and policy development.
Anthony Albanese has broken his silence on a maritime incident where an Australian Navy diver was injured by sonar pulses from a Chinese warship off the coast of Japan.
Cheers.
The Prime Minister is facing intense criticism on whether he raised the issue directly with the Chinese president. And while he wouldn't confirm that today, he said,
I've had demonstrated, I think, my ability to work with world leaders and to develop relationships with them which are positive.
That's misinformation.
The truth is that
spending on our military was too low.